Run them bands. 6 chill, 6 real.
It's got not my limit and I'm way about to.
Hey, it's Dwight Cliff Jr. here.
It's Dwight Cliff Sr. with Cliff and Cliff Show.
Absolutely, it's the Cliff and Cliff Show, man. Episode numero uno.
1.
Absolutely. We've been trying to get this thing going for a minute, haven't we?
Yeah, just timing.
Yeah.
Trying to get us up together where we could put stuff together and go on and start doing it. So now we're finally at the table.
Absolutely at the table for greatness. So really with this show, man, we really wanted to highlight some of the things that we already kind of do on our on the channel, but you know, we wanted to show you more about tools, some of our business sense, and dropping some game from that perspective on, you know, do's and don'ts. Show you how, you know, just some of the things that we've allowed us to be successful, really, right?
Yeah. When it's a lot of people out here in the construction business, but there's certain things you gotta be doing in order to be successful, and that's that small detail stuff. When you putting your work down out there, and you showing, talking to customers, and your finished product, that speaks loudly.
There's a lot to go into business, from organization to producing work to securing work, to make sure you're doing work legally, from codes to learning how to acquire clients, to you know, we came from a garage, man, to the building, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot, man, just to even get to this point. And so I know there's a lot of noise out there, and so we're gonna cut through all that clutter, man, and get you right to the meat and bones of how to be successful in this construction industry, and really any industry for the matter, but mainly the construction industry, right?
Yeah.
General contracting, and really any kind of contracting, roofing, painters, building decks, whatever business you have,
Electrical, whatever it is you're doing, we understand it, and
the principle applies, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can sell, you can sell. You know what I mean? You just got to relate it back to whatever your trade is.
And if you got that pride in your work, that's what makes that's part of what gets you to that over that hump, is having pride in what you do, not the money.
But
if you like what you're doing, you got some pride in it, it's going to take you to that next level every time. So so I know our goal is, like, each episode to show you, at each show, to show you what's new, what's current, and what's been in the process all these years to make it happen. So
all right,
we're gonna break it down for you.
Breaking it down. I hope you enjoy this as much as we enjoy recording it, man, and much we love giving it out there, you know, because this is a labor of love for us, you know what I'm saying?
Loving to share information and teach. Loving to teach.
And so please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go to thecliffandcliff.com and support there. We're gonna have some links. We're just getting started up right now, but make sure you follow us on cliffandcliff.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. All that great stuff. I got some free products on there you can check out. Well, we got some free products you can go in there and check out. We're gonna have some gear coming soon as well. Some t-shirts, some hats. So be on the lookout for that as well.
And let us know if you like our banner.
Yeah. Right. Let us know what you think about that banner in the comments below. And really, if y'all want the banner, we get some banners up on the site too.
That's right.
So we not, you know, whatever y'all want, we're gonna provide you with. So make sure you know,
within reason. Okay, within reason.
Absolutely. And you know, you want to ask us questions, and drop us some comments below. We're gonna be answering some questions as well. Answering a lot of questions. So make sure you leave us some questions in the link below. I mean, not the link below, but just in the comments below. I'll make sure that we get those answered on the next episode or one of the following episodes. So
yeah.
Don't be too shy to talk to us. We love hearing from everybody that watches our videos, man. We got a great response just from all the messages we get, and the subscriptions, and people loving the channel. You know, I think they really love you showing them that porch stuff, how to jack up a porch.
Oh yeah, okay.
How to jack up a porch, and then you've also showed them how to till the roof pitch as well.
Okay.
They love those videos. They love a lot of those videos up there.
And if you like those, we definitely gonna have more. I mean, because it's a lot to learn and know in this business.
Yeah. Even from field to the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this should call this show From Field to the Office. That's a good title.
Yeah, because we got them both. We got both sides covered.
Yeah.
Phone ringing. Okay, we cut that off. Cut that down a little bit.
Yeah. So just to get this thing started, I mean, it's a kind of a unique situation. Last night, man, this is my first time experiencing it.
Yeah.
Really, is this your first time experiencing kind of what happened last night?
Yes. Yeah. As far as being we had a false alarm before, but this wasn't that.
This wasn't that at all. This was a real deal situation. So last night, just to kind of get into it, we had a possible break-in last night at one of the projects that we're working on. One of the jobs that we're working on. I got woken up about 2 or 3 in the morning. I jumped up and really I didn't even notice. I was dead asleep. Seth woke me up, said, "You're getting a call from security." Like security, and I knew in my head that security on my phone is saved for the security company that manages the alarm system. So I jumped up real quick, grabbed a pistol, and got out the door, man. I had to grab the pistol, make sure, protect myself. But
did you call me while you was there and woke me up saying, Dad, somebody done broke in the house? I said, huh? What? So I was tired. I just got through. I had worked out in the field over there at that same project, getting the landscaping together yesterday. So
yeah.
I was really exhausted when he made that phone call. So I'm like, normally I'd be like, oh, I'm on my way. But I was saying, okay, is the police here? He said, yeah. I said, well, check it out. Let me know if I gotta come over there and re-secure it.
Right.
I can see when he was young, I'd have been the first one to see him. But now he's up at age and he can take care of business.
Yeah. So I got over there, and actually on the way over there, I got a call back from the security company. Said the officer had reset the alarm and closed the door back up. He didn't see anything missing, so I got to go back by there just to kind of check on things again. But just one of those situations. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, we had that alarm installed, and this is one of those. This is a tip right here. Don't leave no tools on site if you don't have an alarm installed, because people are lurking. They're looking for that quick smash and grab.
Right. Yeah. And just to let you know, they'll grab it while you're in the house. If you upstairs in the house working and your door's open, they come in tomorrow. Oh, you need any help?
Yeah.
And if you don't answer, you got some nice tools down there below. They'll grab it and run with it. So
yeah, shout out to summer 2020, because that's what happened. We did have something stolen last year. We had a drill stolen like that. I was up in the attic with another guy, and we had the doors open on a big rehab, and guy came in real quick. I tried to chase him down, but I couldn't find his butt.
Yeah. So they're looking for any opportunity. So always be aware of your tools and your situation in the house. If you got doors open or locked, if you're going to be in a spot where you can't really see what's going on in the other part of the house, then lock the doors, open some windows up, because leaving the doors open for people to walk in is an opportunity for them to take something from you that you don't want them to take. So lesson learned.
Absolutely, lesson learned. And so shout out to Alarm Company. We're going to keep that going.
Yeah, because we got our cabinets. We putting in cabinets right now, so we in the finishing stages. We didn't have an alarm the whole time when we first started the project, but once you start setting your cabinets, finished materials, and like cabinets and lights and those kind of things like that, and faucets, you want to secure your tubs. You want to secure it. Then you want to alarm on it, because they will take it out.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely take it.
Yeah, if they're that kind of people. So. But fortunately, like I said, that happened last night, but we have never lost a lot of stuff that at one time. You will learn in this business if you stay in long enough. So
yeah, that's one thing you definitely gonna do. It's always forever changing. Like right now we're dealing with like a lot of material shortages, man, and
price hikes.
And price hikes, absolutely. That's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare to price stuff, man. It's definitely like pushing a rock up a hill right now in the construction industry, and we're all feeling it. Between material shortages, clients having, it's just really demanding right now. Clients, there's a lot of people out here in the market, they got money. Money's cheap.
This episode is brought to you by TripLog.
Right,
if you're like most businesses, at the end of each year, you're scrambling to find deductions. Well, here's a solution that pays for itself many times over. TripLog provides accurate automatic mileage tracking for tax deductions and reimbursements for businesses. And you know at Cliff and Cliff, we're all about simplifying and amplifying. And this is one of those tools that helps us do that. And so TripLog is a set it and forget it type of app for either iPhone or even Android. So it's compatible with most phones. And so what you do is you set the app up at the beginning of the year with your work hours and your working days. So it's fully customizable to whatever days you work or whatever hours you work. And so what happens is you get in your car and you got the phone with you and it automatically tracks all your mileage. So no longer you get rid of that pen and pad. Everything is done automatically. And at the end of the year, this app spits out a sheet with all your mileage on it calculated to give to your tax preparer or accountant, and ultimately reduces your taxable income. And so like us, save that money. Go to TripLog.com and during registration use referral code Cliff and Cliff and get 20% off. That's right, get 20% off, or click the link below to register and get 20% off. Let's get back to the show.
I mean, the situation with the country that we're in right now has caused all stuff to go up and things to change, and so we just fighting our way through it and working our way through this process, and hopefully there's light on the other side of the tunnel. Yeah,
it gotta be. You gotta be light on the other side of the tunnel. It's kind of funny, like on the Hendrix job, man, I've had to buy drywall from 2 different places. We bought mud from a few different places. And so one company quoted me and they said, oh, we can't even get you this material. Like, why'd you quote me? But so dealing with stuff like that, wood has been crazy, as we had already mentioned, and I don't know when that's going to come down. The futures are starting to come down, but actual prices at these lumber yards, these Lowe's and other local lumber yards are.
And some of these suppliers won't even sell you because you're not on their contractors list.
Yeah.
So fortunately, we on some contractor lists from over the year, but we tried to reach out to some other ones, and they was like, "Yeah, we can't sell to you." How weird is that? You got the money, but they won't sell to you. That's interesting in itself. That they want you to be on a certain list to sell to you.
They want you to have an account set up.
Yeah.
So that's something I've been doing over the past several weeks. So we usually just buy COD. All of our projects and material places that we get are COD, cash on delivery, which isn't bad. But now, I mean, it's even better now. So I didn't have to set up these accounts with these businesses and to get a line of credit started. Just to even have an account with them, so they'll sell us material. And now I guess we got lines of credit with all these suppliers now, which I've been meaning to do, but it just kind of forced my hand.
Yeah. So it's all about time and things you have to do in order to get the things you need.
Yeah.
So each level we climb, we're starting to add more resources and more levels of security to the business, and it comes with that.
Yeah.
And you gotta be ready for that. A lot of people are sometimes asking, well, what does Junior do all day? Because a lot of times he's in the office doing things, but these are the things he's doing to make sure that we on the top end are getting set up to make stuff run smoother.
Right.
So it takes both inside, outside work, to make things flow right. And so that's part of what he does, and getting those accounts set up like that for us has put us at another level in the business.
Yeah, most definitely. You got to have those accounts set up. Now we got lines of credit set up as well. And so, yeah, and really suppliers are a big part of our business. You know what I'm saying? They can make or break you.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have a good relationship set up. Like, I got, another aside right here. I got one salesman contacted us. He's been a pain in the butt to deal with. You know what I mean? And so we won't be using them very long, because I think a salesman should be, if you're gonna sell me something, I need you to be there for me. If we spending a lot of money with you, you gotta, we got suppliers, man, to run stuff out to us when we need it real quick, and that's the kind of relationship you want with the supplier. And one more thing to that, I wanted to mention this while we're talking about the lines of credit.
Okay.
Is that you don't have to be a personal guarantee on all these lines of credit that you sign with these suppliers. They always ask you for a personal guarantee, and sometimes you don't always have to sign a personal letter of guarantee on these on these credit suppliers. If you have a tax EIN number, and that's something I'll get into later on, because I won't really want to talk about that.
Okay.
Later on, but you definitely don't have to be a personal guarantee. If you have a tax EIN and you're set up as an LLC, you don't have to sign as a personal guarantee with Lowe's, Home Depot, and your local lumber yard doing this and doing that. You know, they try to get you with that, but you don't have to.
That's better because you keep but the personal guarantee is allowing you to be responsible, not your business. And they want, so you definitely don't want, you want to be careful about that because you don't want to be liable for things because business has ups and downs and you got to be ready for that. So make the business be responsible for the business.
Yeah, make the business be responsible for the business.
Yeah,
absolutely. And so, I guess we can jump in right into question number one. Well, now we're gonna move switch gears to the Ask Cliff portion. Ask Cliff and Cliff. One question I get a lot is, how do we work together, or how do we get along in this business? How do you work with your dad, or how do you work with your son?
I get that too.
How do you work with your son?
So, well, I mean, when we came into it, we had a discussion about what was needed.
Well, we didn't start out like it, right? We had a bit of a rub initially, huh?
Well, yeah, but even though we still talked about how it was going to be going, we still had a situation come up because we both were two individuals and have our own mindset of how things should go outside of the son and father relationship.
Yeah.
So once we had our discussion about things and had hit walls, we learned to talk to them, work through them, and that's what makes it work. But I know he's learning. He's been in the business with me for since 2017.
Yeah.
After graduation, he came in the business with me, and he came in not in the field really working with me. He's been out there learning, and and if I need him, he's out there. But a lot of times he's taking care of things on the other end, which is good because I always had to do both.
Yeah.
So
it's tough
him
to do
coming
that.
into the business was a blessing, and I tell people every day. I say, well, yeah, he comes out here when I need him, but I don't need him out here all the time because I need him to take care of the other parts of the business because I can't do both and he can't do both neither.
And quite frankly, we can't really afford to have you out there either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as we're growing our business, the field work is, the production stuff is, obviously there's no business without production. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know that we're gotten our business to greener pastures to where it's more so you don't have to be out there in the field every single day.
No.
You know what I mean?
But I like to be out there and make sure that things is being done right. I'm like quality control on the jobs to make sure the product is not changing since I started. Because I have a thing about cleanliness and organization on the job. I don't want to be up on the job site and it's a mess. Tools all over the place, trash all over the place. We don't know where the supplies is we're trying to put in or any of that. I always like to be organized. And I like a clean job site at the beginning of the morning, at the end of the day. We're not leaving it a mess. So that's one of my pet peeves. And my customers have loved it over the years.
Yeah.
That the job sites are organized and clean before and after.
Yeah, that's part of the client experience, and that's something you taught me, you know what I mean? And that it's not something that goes unnoticed, you know what I'm saying, by clients. I think that's a big thing, and it shouldn't go overlooked by other contractors, too. Because I've been to other job sites, and I'm like, you guys need to clean up. How are you guys even getting any work done in here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that clients very much do notice, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, if you're actively working in a house that somebody's actively living in, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want somebody to leave tools all over your house while they're working at your house, you know what I mean? So that goes into our client experience, and that's something that people actually notice and talk about.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Grasshopper. As a contractor, we struggle with answering the phone and separating personal life from work time. We never shutting that phone off. All of our clients got our personal numbers. That's a bad situation. Well, here's a solution that gives you more credibility, privacy, and flexibility to do business anywhere. Grasshopper adds a business line and virtual phone system to your existing personal cell phone. So no longer do you have to have two cell phones, one for business, one for personal. It's all on your phone now in the Grasshopper app. They have an app for iPhone and Android, so it's compatible with most phones. And as mentioned earlier, you can have a separate business line to make and receive calls. You can have calls go straight to voicemail during non-business hours. You can have your phone ring multiple people at once, so whoever picks up first and gets to the call, so you never miss a call. You can sound larger and more credible with custom greetings and extensions. You can even send and receive text to clients using your business line. Big game changer there. And one of my favorite features is that you can access the desktop and mobile app anywhere in the world, so you're never too far from your business. And so what I need you to do right now is click the Grasshopper link below in the description and to sign up for a 7-day trial. That's right, a free 7-day trial, risk-free. You have nothing to lose. What you waiting for?
You know what I'm saying? So and that's something that goes into just doing good business. It's not like, some super technical thing, how to be great in business. Yeah. It's all the simple stuff. Be clean, do what you say you're going to do, and do that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And to add to that, I didn't mean to jump off into that part of this, because we were talking about how we work together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to get back to that, we work together because we understand one another.
Mm-hmm.
I raised him, and so I know his personality, he knows mine. And when it gets stressful, sometimes you have to just back away and say, okay, let's not talk right now. Let's let the atmosphere calm down.
Yeah, backing off a little bit.
Let him think about what he got going on, and let me think about what I got going on. Then we come back together and talk once the stress level has come down.
Yeah.
Because I have my ways, he have his ways, and so instead of us like I'm saying I'm the dad, do what I say do, I never want to be like that because we're in business. So I want it to work out in a way we talk about it and discuss it, and so that's what's worked for us. I don't try and overpower him, and he don't try and overpower me. But if we seem like that's going on, then that's when we say, okay, hold on, wait a minute, let's talk about this here later today or tomorrow.
Right, and that brings us to a good point too, is that I understand that the field is the most important thing ever. So anything that he need or want, I try to get it done. That ain't something I try to play with, you know what I mean? Sometimes I just get too busy, or you know what I mean, just too much stuff going on. But ultimately, whatever's going on in the field, that's what takes precedence over anything else. So that's something I've had to come to terms with. Really, I work for other contractors and other construction businesses, and the field that's something I've learned is field comes first, you know what I mean? And really, we just support to the field. I'm just a support to the field, so it ain't like I'm handing down anything. But I would say for me, again, I think we had a little bit of a rub initially, but once we, really divided up our duties and understood where each person was covering, that helped us out a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're not stepping on each other's toes or thinking this person going to do this or thinking that person going to do that. So that helped us out a lot as well. So, just dividing up duties, getting understanding.
And even if we do that, sometimes it still can get stressful, because sometimes he gets tied up into the part that he's trying to do. He's trying to elevate the business, develop the business, and make it and take it to another levels, right? And I need stuff out there, and so I say, hey, Junior, I need this part here. And he may be kind of stressful. Say, Dad, well, can't you just get it? I'm like, no, I can't get it, because I'm over here trying to do this here. So we've had moments like that. Don't think this always worked out just right for us to get it done. And sometimes I'll be like, all right, don't worry about it. I got it. You do your part.
Facts. No, you're absolutely right.
And then he'll come back and think about it, and then next time, he'll be on top of it or do differently. And so it works out where if you feel your partner is got a lot on their plate at that moment, it's sometimes you gotta okay, give them a break and not pressure at that moment, because you don't have to. It just, I stop what I'm doing, slow it down a little bit, and go do this here. But sometimes he may need something from me, and he calling me about some measurements or something he want me to send over to him, and I'm like in the middle of something. I'm like, what? Huh? And I may not do it right that moment because I'm in the middle of something. I'm thinking he could do it himself.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter how it works out that day, we always end up come back to working it out. To where I get the marriage. Might not be right when he want them, but I get it to him, or he come and get it, because I'm just like, it's one of those days where we ain't flowing like we need to. But that don't mean you quit. That just means that's one of those days where the stress was up, the pressure was on.
Yeah.
But you have to work through those times like that.
Yeah.
You know. So how do we get along? By understanding, forgiving, and never giving up.
Yeah.
On what our goal is. We have a goal for this business.
Yeah.
And as long as our goal is the same, then we'll never just quit.
Yeah.
You know.
Facts. Having a why. I think that's big. You know, while we're in business, while we're doing this, that's the key to it all. The overarching key to it all. But like you said, understanding, knowing, forgiving. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you. We ran into one of our old subcontractors maybe earlier this year, and he was like, "Man, I need to get with you, man. I'm trying to set my business up." And we run into a lot of this is rampant in our industry, is people not really being legitimized in the work that they're doing. You know what I mean? If you're a general contractor, whether you're a subcontractor, painter, plumber, electrician, no matter what the case is, roofer, landscaper, a lot of these people aren't licensed, they're not bonded, they're not insured, they don't even have they're not even registered with the state. You know what I mean? I don't have an EIN number,
right?
A website, none of that stuff. They just out here doing work, and that's cool. You know, people getting some money. You got to do what you got to do to get that money sometimes, but as you continue to grow, you want to legitimize yourself.
Yeah. One day you're gonna retire. You want to be able to get that unemployment and know the government know you've been working, and you entitled to certain things once, you know. But if you ain't legitimized, the government don't know. And you think you're doing something. You think you being slick to them, but if you live to be an old man or old woman in this business and you ready to retire, you got to have something to show that you've been working, and so you can get your insurance, your health benefits, your money. Unless you make millions, you're gonna be in trouble. So
yeah, it's
better to make sure that you're doing things in a way that reflects on your retirement as well. You know.
So that's major, and I didn't even think about that portion like that far down the road. But really, not being set up a business hinders you from so many different perspectives, from banking to securing work with other entities. You know what I mean? Because they can't even tax you properly. So I'm like, they're not even going to want to do business with you, number one.
Right.
So it limits your customer pool. It limits your ability to get money. You know what I mean? So really, it just handicaps you in business, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's say you not even register with the state. Sometimes you can't even go to a bank. You know what I'm saying? You can't even open up a business bank account if you're not even registered with the state.
Yeah.
So,
it's a lot of paperwork. It's things to do, but it's worth it in the end. And having somebody to help you do it, or tell you what you need to do, is always going to be a benefit to you. And hopefully, and we plan to get into all that eventually here on our show.
Yeah. To
help these guys that want to be contractors that's been out here working but hadn't got themselves all the way to the next level. We want to be that entity that can show you and teach you some things to help you continue.
And really drop some comments below if you're legitimized right now. You know what I mean? Let me know if you're legitimate in your business, and really if you want us to, I can put something together for you all as well on how to, just the first 10 steps to starting a business. That'd be a great product. You know what I mean? So if you want to learn the first 10 steps to legitimizing your business, or how to get up and going, the first 10 things that you really need to do to get your business legitimized so you can get that bank account, you can go after the line of credit with your supplier, you can get your business bank account started, you can get a tax EIN number so you can go work with those not-for-profits. There's a lot of business done business to business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What happens when the restaurant drain clogs, or when the restaurant needs their bathroom tile replaced? They got to go to somebody, right?
Yeah.
They're going to somebody. Why not them come to you? And they can't come to you unless you're set up for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's it's not even a question. You got to be legitimized in this construction industry, especially if you're looking to grow and be successful in this business. You know,
have longevity. So
simplify and amplify.
Absolutely.
It looks like we're approaching our limit here.
Okay.
Our 30 minutes.
All right. So yeah. So I think this has been good.
Yeah.
We put some information out for you guys. Hopefully you liked our first show.
Episode
I guarantee it's
1.
going to be getting more exciting and more interesting. Things to come.
Yeah, this is a great episode number 1. I want to thank everybody for watching. Let us know in the comments below what you think about episode number 1.
Yeah.
We got a lot of content coming. We got a lot of gear coming. We got some great stuff coming. So, you know.
And there's something you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah,
we'd be glad to talk to you about it.
Yep, leave a comment below. Ask us a question, something you want to know about for your business or you know, about us. More than happy to answer. Again, subscribe. Like this video. I'm gonna leave some links in the description below to some of our just our content. So
let us know if you like our banner.
Yeah, the Cliff and Cliff banner.
Junior, he designed that, and I think it's nice. I said, oh, okay, nice. I like it. So let us know if you like it too.
Yeah. So it's Dwight Cliff Jr. here.
Dwight Cliff Sr.
And we are
Cliff and Cliff.
We out. Peace. You want to shoot another episode real quick?